I had a pretty visceral reaction from a politician over the phone, and it was kind of shocking. I'd had a pretty good relationship for several years, and had had a good, working understanding. These are the things that motivate them. These are the things that they're passionate about. And then I had this almost visceral reaction of, you're part of this conspiracy. You're, this terrible human. And sitting there thinking, okay, something has happened. Mm-hmm. And to be able to step back and say, I cannot identify a moment where what you're saying about me is true. So what I had the opportunity to do in that moment is react and also be hurt and be aggressive and or to pause and say, can you point to an instance where you feel that I've done this? And what specifically about that? Because if I need to correct something, I'll correct something.
Right.
But I need a more specific instance than just a generalization of you're the devil. We kind of made it through that phone call, and I went on to a couple other things. In the middle of another meeting later, can I call you back? Thinking, all right, well, I may be getting yelled at again. I'm not real sure what this is, but sure. I can take it. I may need to call my mom later and just kind of vent and kind of let it out. Yeah, feel like, all right, I'm getting this right now. There was a marked shift in tone of voice and some clear reflection, that wasn't about you. And that was pretty much the whole conversation was, that wasn't fair to you. I apologize. That wasn't about you. We have had a good relationship.
Right.
But had I reacted, I never would have gotten to that. He never would have gotten to that. We wouldn't have had that type of a dialogue to come back to, and then to continue to have a good relationship thereafter.
Mm-hmm. To really have breakthrough, you have to be regulated and feel safe. And so it wasn't until that second conversation where, cooler heads prevail kind of thing. Typically that's what happened. If you had reacted and yelled back, it just reaffirmed.
Right, but yes, this is adversarial.
This is the way it is. To stay regulated in that time and say, can you point out those situations and not be in a more threatening of a situation? For whatever reason, he had a valid or he had a reasonable concern about why he was upset. Mm-hmm. Doesn't necessarily mean that you did anything wrong or whatever, but there was something that was bothering him.
Sometimes, especially when people are put in new positions of power, I've noticed that a common fear is, I don't want to look like I'm dumb, or that I don't know what I'm talking about. And so they'll just kind of spout off at the mouth and end up digging a deeper hole.
Right.